This whole time, I wasn't live on YouTube. Oh my god. I was wondering like where's all the YouTube chat? Because I didn't see anything. And I forgot to go live on YouTube. Whoops. My bad. You saw that? Yeah, that was a mistake. That was not intentional. Okay. So let's see here. So now we've got. All right, there we go. Now we're live on YouTube. So I think I fixed the whole client ID and secret not happening or not being there on S1 and S2. So I think at this point it should be pretty good. Discord auth should be working properly. It's still like a separate account, so it's not really tied to your main account. Um, so like if you're trying to play on your account through Discord, it could be a little rough. Um, we'll I'll see if I can do anything about that. Maybe I can re-enable the Google Auth thing. Maybe I feel like pop-ups don't work though because no, they wouldn't work. Discord's gonna prevent pop-ups. 100% they'll prevent it. Which means I can't use sign in by Google. I'm late. I'm sorry, JR. I'm sorry. I've been streaming this whole time, but I didn't realize I forgot to hit the go live on YouTube. It doesn't start both of them. I wonder if I can fix that. Maybe there's a setting where it will auto go live. Maybe like an advanced setting, output settings. No, there's like literally nothing. There's gotta be like, why is there no auto go live? That's so dumb. Oh, maybe in the new version or something. Alrighty. Anywho, so we did the deploy. Y'all YouTube people are second class? No, you're not. You're first class. But yeah, I'm sorry about that, y'all. Okay, Funi is fun. Thanks, Linux. Appreciate it. So let's go here and see if the new cluster is deployed properly. Am I using Waterfox? No, Firefox, Developer Edition. Okay, so there's still a few servers left that need to shut down. I might speed these along. I don't think too many people will get affected. Howdy, Ace. So we're just gonna go ahead and delete this. And hopefully that will be okay. Let's see. How many rooms do I kill? We got 160 open right now. Do I do it? Well, co-founder's not here. Saw nothing. Okay. So now we have, let's see. How many rooms? I think it was fine. I don't think too many people got affected. Alrighty. Wait a minute. Did I kill the wrong one? I think I killed the wrong one. Because this is from Forest. Oh man, I killed the wrong one. Okay, hold on. Let's deploy it again. Try this a second time. Oh, see, now I hear that sound again, so it must be coming from YouTube somehow. That's weird. Any specific reason for using the Firefox dev branch? I like the dev tools and the stuff that it comes with. I don't know. Okay, so I deployed it again. Hopefully this time I won't just delete it out of existence. Wait, what? Did I deploy to the wrong one? No, I deployed the head snare. What? Oh, Docker is not running. It's not deploying anything new because Docker's like... I don't know why it does this, but okay. Cool, great. Now it's running. Now it will deploy. I wonder if I can just run Docker from like my deployment and have it just auto work for me. We're wondering what the Final Fantasy dev branch was? No, that's Firefox. Very different. Does the dev branch of Firefox have DevTools other than like the regular version? I don't know, but it's blue. It looks cool. I like it personally. Okay, almost done deploying. See it building here. So once this deploys, it should be good to go. So if I go to storage and we go to secrets, I can show you all of my secrets. Is this safe to show? This looks like it's safe to show. Yeah, it's probably safe. See? You can see my secrets. And if I go into here, you can see my other secrets. Ta-da, it works. Yay, secrets. So, easy way to update secrets. I just run the update script and it just runs. So that's pretty happy. I like the way that works. And it's almost done deploying. Hopefully I don't kill too many rooms here. I might actually kill a bunch of rooms. Okay. Most of these should start up pretty quick. I'll just give it a second. And then we'll just kill the rest. People should not be on this cluster. Like, nobody should be on this cluster. Like, I have this active cluster thing. It's telling everyone to go here. And... okay, we'll just give it a sec. Desired current, okay. Should spin up. So once that's finished, I go over to client constants. Already on S2. That's the cluster that's coming up right now. It's mostly good to go. Actually, oh look at that. Yeah, nobody's on it. Cool. So let's just delete this old one then. Alright. So if I go back over here, it should log me in properly. I don't know how I'm logged in currently though. That doesn't make any sense to me. So let's see. Make that a little bit bigger so I can actually see my avatar. Seems like it's working. And if I do new room, I should be able to start a room. Now you'll see it has this add space here. You can ignore that. I actually need it to not show. Why does it show on dev when I have it disabled? Let's make some adjustments here. Is that a CVS ad? It's red, but no. That is for development. See here? If it's development, display a nothing, just like blank space. Howdy Galahad, am I winning? Yeah, we figured out part of the issue. I figured out why that error was happening on the server. It's because it was using the wrong client ID. And so I realized that I had never told the servers what the Discord client and secret were. So I updated that. And I also added like a little comment explaining that you've got to add it here. And I'll have to come up with a better solution for where that goes. Online tools that I use and what's Firebase? Okay, we'll get to it. Let me finish a couple other things. Are you planning on putting a hotties in your area type of ad? All right. There. I don't think I could. I can't push this though. I'm gonna get like reported to HR or something. All right. So we're not gonna show that. Instead, I need to know. Let's see. How does this work for the Discord SDK? Request add. But it doesn't return anything. How does that work? It does weird things with request responsive add. Is the video SF safe for work? Yes. What? Code? Of course it's safe for work. It's my video. Why would it not be safe for work? Request responsive add. This is a Christian channel. Oh man. Yeah, that's why we say like Jesus a lot. I don't talk politics on stream, Miyagi. Not that type of channel. Alrighty. So we've got request responsive add. SDK. I think just, oh wait, let's see, Crazy Games SDK, Funi SDK. Wait, how the hell does all this work? Element by ID. So that's replacing, oh man, this is tricky. Howdy, Ace. I definitely do pay enough attention, Beef, to form an opinion, and I definitely have an opinion, but like I can't say what my opinion is because it'll like immediately kind of like you know, like segregate my audience or whatever, right? Am I gonna be a YouTuber now? Yeah, right. So yeah, you know, we don't talk that kind of stuff on the stream. Will the Discord SDK allow any Discord server to integrate Funi's games? Yeah. So the idea is any Discord server you have, you can just have Funi games on your Discord server. Now it is a little bit tricky for logging in, right? So you can see I'm not actually logged into my main account. I'm logged into like this Discord account. I don't have a way to log out. How the hell do I log out? I can't tell if it's not gonna have ads. I almost feel like maybe we should just have has ads or something. Oh. It's almost like if only I had a function called has ads for SDKs. It would be so great to have that. Has ads. Return false. Oh look. Now it doesn't have ads. Have I tried any other stack other than web? Geno, yeah. You should watch my video. The one about like how I joined Google and why I left. It goes over a few different things that I've used in like over my 15 plus years of programming, right? I've done front end, I've done back end, I've made GUI applications, I've made DLLs and injectors, and I've written inline assembly, and I've done like a tiny bit of mobile development, but not much. I've done like server architecture stuff, you know, database thingies, full websites. I made like a MapleStory, um, I mean, okay, packet editor, memory editor, and trainer, and made a website for the free market. I made like a server status thing. I made um, a tool for like push. There's like this, it's kind of like Imgur, but it would enumerate all the public pushes and then you could show them on a site. And then I took that site down because I realized people are just making public photos that they think aren't public. And I was like, you know, this is a lawsuit waiting to happen. We're just gonna like delete that. Any reverse engineering? Yes, lots of reverse engineering, Flora. We still do reverse engineering. So yeah, I've built a lot of things. Okay, so the ads are gone. And I didn't realize how easy it is to have that. So wait, hold on. Does the YouTube SDK have this? It better. Has ads, false. Okay, good. Are there any other main SDKs that I need to support that don't have ads? But I think it's fine. Microfuni SDK. This one doesn't have ads, right? Yeah, okay, cool. You've been stuck to Laravel software as a service projects in the last 10 years? Laravel is good, you know, like it does a lot. Okay, so we say start. Here's what it looks like so far inside of Discord. That's decent. What happens to Acorn 1 to Acorn 1009? They died in hardcore WoW. So now we're on Acorn 1010. How long did it take to make Funi? Like 5 years. Maybe I'll make a video at some point that goes over the creation of Funi and how it changed over the years. Okay, so this seems pretty good. I think everything is working. But what if I want to invite somebody? This does not do what it's supposed to do yet. So we gotta fix that. Let me make sure my update secrets and all that stuff is also good to go. Because that is super important. Server. Discord auth provider. Do we do anything here? I delete a lot of things. Return an error. Yeah. Okay, that'll be different commit. Discord clients ID secrets to deployment. Was I following any software methodology? No. I've been programming for 15 plus years. I know how to build things that are hundreds of thousands of lines of code and how to maintain them over a number of years, like a decade or so, right? So I don't really follow like agile or anything. I kind of know like how to code fast and how to make it scale. I don't know, it just works. Let's see. But yeah, it took about 5 years, and like 95% of all code written on Funi is written by me. So what else do we have here? That I can ignore. Let's get some more code in real quick. Stop showing ads on Discord SDK. The do it live method. I just keep, just keep going and iterating, right? Lots and lots and lots of iterating. What made me start live streaming? Well, I wanted to advertise Funi to an audience, and I also kind of wanted to live stream because back in my college years, I used to have a bit of an audience. So I used to code, not like live streaming, but I used to code kind of out in the open. I would include source code sometimes. I would include like a whole bunch of different versions. I was on like forums and stuff, posting lots of updates, being very active with the community, and I missed having kind of a community. So live streaming brought that community back. A different community, mind you, different people, but I enjoy it. It's fun. And it teaches me a lot. Y'all, like, chat is great for helping me experience things that I wouldn't have known about otherwise. Yeah, and I get to talk to y'all. Alrighty. So this is an API schema thing for, what is this? This is an admin message to the user. Wait, oh, this is, okay, let's just update API schema. And then we have this code here as well. Throw error if invalid Discord token. Do I think computer science students are cooked? No, but you definitely need to know how to build things. And the way that things are built changes. So, like, programming is fundamentally changing. The way that you code now is different than the way that you coded a year ago, and will be different than the way that you code in a year. So, you need to be flexible, you need to be building things, and it's going to be very different. A lot of the skills that you learn in school are going to be outdated probably as you learn them. So stay on top of things and build cool things. It's going to be very important. You need to study always. I mean, that's no different than the way it's been for like the last 15 years, right? That's one of the cool things about programming is you're constantly learning, and if you're not learning, then you're falling behind. Will I code next year? Yeah, I'll be coding next year for sure, Murray. Not a typical JavaScript engineer who only skims the surface. Well, yeah, I would hope not, right? I care a lot about reverse engineering and really understanding the code, right? I want to understand things on a fairly deep level, and I want to understand all the things. Let's see. Discord embedded app SDK. What is this? Oh yeah, we don't need that anymore. That was just for testing. Delete that file. Dash a whole bunch of code real quick. What if I quit coding for a few months? Why would I do that? I'll fall behind. No, I can't do that. No. I mean, I'll be coding less for like 3 weeks. I'm going on a trip next month, so. But I'll still be coding. Probably still pretty much every day. Okay. So we've got services and all that jazz. Let's discard these changes here. Where am I going? Japan. I'm going to Tokyo, going to, I think Osaka, a couple other places. No stream. There will be YouTube videos at least. I'm gonna try before I leave to have a bunch of YouTube videos prepared so that I can at least drop one a week or something. Will I climb Mount Fuji? I would like to. We'll see. An IRL stream? I don't know about that one. We'll see. So, okay, we have this invite a friend thing, so I need to make that work. How does that work? Probably has some kind of get invite link. How the hell does it know what the room ID is? Open invite dialog. It's not working though. Am I gonna see PewDiePie? No. That would be cool, but very unlikely. Why don't I use Notepad as an IDE? I use Notepad, I just don't use it as an IDE. I use it as a to-do list. For example, ta-da, to-do list. Except that is old to do, so that gets deleted now. Okay. So when I click on invite to friend, nothing happens. What? Get invite link. Why does that? Oh, wait a minute. That's because this is the... Oh, I gotta click on this thing. There we go. Not authenticated or invalid scope. Are you kidding me, Discord? Why do you make this so hard? Jesus. Okay. Not authenticated or invalid scope. Alright. Do I need a scope for this? Let's see. My scope is identify. We don't have any... Oh, we do have other things. Email would be useful. If I have email... then I can, probably include that. That might be useful. I might have to, I might add that at some point. Okay. What else do we have? I don't see anything here that we need, so I think it's supposed to work. It's just that we're not completing this. There's this other step, this.sdk.commands.authorize or authenticate, and you're supposed to give it like an access token, which I'm totally not doing. So how the hell am I gonna do that one? Do I even have this information in the client? Can I give a TLDR on why I got sued? I will make a video, boss, on why I got sued soon enough, so just wait for that. My next video is going to be over Funi's architecture and decisions and like when to choose cloud computing versus serverless versus like Hetzner or something, and the cost trade-off versus like the SRE trade-off or DevOps trade-off. So I'll be going over that and how kind of Funi was architected and how it grew over time. After that video, I'll make a video on why I got sued, because I think that's going to be a pretty popular topic. People keep asking about it. Okay, so what do we have? We got terms, what about IndexedDB? We've got a value. I've got a refresh token. I don't think that's the Discord refresh token though. No, it's not. API key, user ID. I gotta have like a way to pass other data Or another option is we introduce something else. I could be like await call. From here. I could do like an OAuth kind of thing. And I could pass that to my backend. So basically just do two things at once. Or it could lead to an even better video. How I got sued, making a video about how I got sued. I am going to consult with my lawyer for this. I'm going to ask Jippity. I'll be like, hey Jippity, how safe is it to talk about the time that I got sued by, you know, a multi-billion-dollar company for $1 million? We'll see. We'll see. Okay, so I think lawyer rude GPT. Yeah, just have rude GPT draft up like a defense. That'll go well. Surely. Okay. So it seems like we've got the auth working, but we do need to call this a second time. Wait, but if I call it with the same token, is it gonna fail? I wonder what'll happen. So let's try some stuff. We're gonna go here, we're gonna turn this one back on. And then, I guess we'll call the same thing twice and see what happens. Wait, why isn't this called like account underscore? Oh, because those are for account actions. Well, that's dumb. So I guess we just call it OAuth. Some reason it thinks I need like a bazillion gazillion things there. No, let's just do token. And I do need client ID. And I guess I need platform. It does not see the future. No, no, no. Oh, that's not really quite right now, is it? How does this work? Provider. Not platform, but provider. That's why. Provider is the most important thing. And then I guess client ID is fine. It doesn't really... Well, let me think here. So I have a bunch of environment variables. The server's gonna know like Discord clients pool. So it's gonna know the game ID. Which is a bit strange. I could so how do I want to handle that? I could iterate over every game ID. And then if it has the .env, I can map. Like I could just like, I could find all the client IDs and then we could just generate all those and then we'd have a mapping of client ID to secret. And we just iterate over every game ID, so if it doesn't exist, it's fine. Yeah, okay, that'll work. Cool. Okay, client ID works. So the clients server will use to map to a client or to a secret. And how does this code thing work? So if I go Discord auth provider, this is the thing that it's going to send back. See, now I have another option where I could take this and then I could pass it back to the server. Not that it matters. Yeah, this is fine. Why don't I use promise all? Sometimes I'll use promise all, it just depends. What do you mean? Oh, you're talking about right here? Because I'm in the middle of writing it. Give me a sec. And I can't use it here because I need the code. Okay, so we got that response. It's gonna go through here. We're basically gonna have to take this and kind of do the same thing with the action. So make a new action. We're gonna call it oauth.ts. Wait, it's oath. This is all one word. Okay. You code in Rust? I never really got into Rust. I just found it a bit esoteric with its syntax. Like, we got this Rust file here, but I just don't like the syntax. It's okay, but I don't know. I'm just not a big fan of... I think it's a bit too functional for my liking. So let's see. Does this OAuth2 thing? Okay, so that action's OAuth, so everything there's fine. that's going to be near the login. Oh yeah, the mapping is there, so this actually can be capitalized. Let's rename it. Cool. You end up writing C as well? I like C. Yeah, I prefer the way that C looks. I think it's easier to reason about. So now we just have some data, and this is not login options, this is OAuth options. Token provider client ID. Probably put that in the same order, just in case. Howdy Himalaya, how's it going? Wait, what client ID? Oh yeah. Client ID, put there, and then we'll put token. So now I've got the client ID, but now I need a mapping that maps all of the things. So I need to iterate over every game. So let's do this. Clients IDs to secrets equals new map. And then we're going to map over all of these, and we're just going to set its client IDs to, come on, Copilot, get with the program. Clients ID. Discord client ID. Pool. Perfect. Discord client ID, pool, Discord client secret. Except this is uppercase. Game ID is all lowercase. This works fine. I can just uppercase it. Game IDs may consist of alphanumeric characters only. Maybe we say alphabetical only. A to Z. No pipes. No capitals. All lowercase. Okay. New restrictions should make it better. I could probably do this like at pattern thing, but I'm not worried about it. You're editing some videos? Nice one, Himalaya. Yeah, I've gotten into using like this descript thing, which I think is pretty cool. So this is descript right here. And you can kind of see that I've got my initial script in here for the last video. So that's how I'll be editing this next video as well. I just need to cut the new video down a lot. Alrighty. How long? Well, right now it's at like 30 minutes, so I kind of want to rethink the way that I edit it or record it. It's way too long. That's not a lot? Okay, well, for me it's a lot. Anywho, so Discord client ID, this needs to be uppercase. theme ID equals and this will just be client ID. There we go. And now I can just, oh yeah, if client ID and then reset it. Perfect. Any reason I don't use ES6 functions? I do? What do you mean, Marquez? You mean just like... Yeah, I do these. We're talking like closures and stuff here? And all that jazz? I do that. I also do it this way. And this way. And I do this. I do all of those. What are you talking about, Marquez? Alright. So what this is we're just grabbing all, yeah, we should add an explanation. Create a mapping of values to secrets. Well, this is only fine if it runs after .env, but now it's based on import order, which is pretty shite. So I might want to change the way that this works. Let's see. Like, it should be fine. I mean, we could make it so that it initializes the first time a function gets run, which would guarantee that the order is always going to be okay. And it's probably fine here too, because .env runs very early on. It's like one of the very first things that runs. It's literally the only thing that happens. Okay, you know what? I'm just going to say that it's always fine. Literally the first thing that runs. Oh, the ES6 arrow functions? I don't usually like the arrow functions because it kind of obscures the meaning of a function. Right? Yeah, just aesthetically, I think it kind of is not as nice. I like to have it be very clean. It's like, oh, this is a function, right? Whereas if you see it the other way, where it's like export const run equals this stuff, it's not as obvious that it's a function, even though, I mean, like, you just look at this, you'd be like, okay, well, that's a function. I don't know, just not really my thing. Then you get like async in like a weird spot. So yeah, I'm not a fan. I think there's like the whole hoisting thing and all that other jazz, right? But I'm not gonna go too much into all that. Okay, so this is happy. This is great. We could do another one of these, have it over on the Discord auth provider. Which I think I kind of want anyways, because I kind of want this to be moved into that auth provider. I don't want it to be... It's obvious. Okay, so we got that. Let's do a to-do here. Have the token passed in include the client ID. Right? Because Discord's gonna be weird. It's gonna like, it has this OAuth thing, which is already a bit strange. Since every other provider, it just has like a JWT token that we just verify, it's much simpler. It's weird. God, the way that Discord does it is so weird. But anyways, we'll make it work. So I want to have it pass in the client ID. Now the token it creates, if we're always guaranteed that it's not going to have certain characters, we could be like, oh, we'll separate it with a pipe, and if it's got a pipe in it, then we have the client ID, and then we'll know what the client ID is. Or we use a different format, like we just JSON stringify some stuff and call that the token. That also works. What do the tokens look like? I don't think I log it, do I? I think I do. Okay. Let's do this then. So this is the auth provider, so SDK over here. I'm just gonna go ahead and log this a few times, figure out like kind of what the format is, and then from there I'll determine what I want. All right, so I'm pretty sure that pipes are allowed. Okay, so that looks like a pipe is allowed, or like pipe is not being used. But I don't think Discord specifically states if they will allow pipes ever. So doing like a JSON stringify is the safe bet. But I don't want to do that because I'm lazy. So let's not do it. Let's do it this way instead. Pretty sure that colons also are safe. So I could probably use either. I guess it doesn't matter too much. Okay, we'll use colon. Should be fine. And then client ID. Let's make this a let, just because it makes it easier to replace client ID. Alright, so now I have a client ID, and then I can get a secret, which will be client ID is 2 secrets. Haha. Which might work, which might not. Sure, we could just do it this way. I guess that's fine for now. If not, client secret. Invalid Discord client ID. Perfect. Why is this upset with me? String undefined is not a what the heck? Oh, because it doesn't know that it's a string. Yeah. Howdy Himalayan, glad to have you here. See you tomorrow? Yeah, fair enough. I'll try to get that new video up soon, by the way. Okay, we could just say this. I can make these not always a string. Except now it's really upset because of fiddlesticks. Okay, fine. We'll do it this way. Okay. Yeah, it's still too long. And this is token data. If not an ID or not client secret, it's gonna throw an error, which is fine. I called it token data, didn't I? I did. Okay, great. How about this? We rename this to token client ID. Now it's really obvious what it does. Perfect. Is the Discord integration for Funi? It is for Discord. Hence the name, Discord integration. If so, what features does it bring? It brings Funi to Discord. So you'll be able to play Funi games on Discord. Right now, the main issue that I have is it will be a separate account. It will be your Discord account, meaning that your progress between the two is not saved, right? Like, your Discord progress is saved, your Funi progress is saved, but they are separate accounts. So it would be nice to offer like a merged experience where I can just merge the progress of two of these accounts together into one. But if I do that, how does that work? Because then it makes your account less secure, since if Discord were to ever get breached, right? And you could merge an account like that, then they could just log in with your Discord info or with your Funi info. I'm not sure. I don't like that. I don't like it a whole lot. It's a reasonable, but I'm not a super big fan. Anyways, so we have the token, we have the client ID, we have a split here. Awesome. This is mostly working. This can be a token, and why is this part upset? Okay, everything's fine. Cool. But I also want to take this and move it. So this is an auth provider. But specifically, it is a Discord auth provider. I don't want to copy this code, right? I don't want this in multiple places, but I want to be able to support OAuth. But not all auth providers will have OAuth, so it doesn't make sense to include it in the abstract auth provider. So then we have provider to verify ID token. So what is this? And why is it called verify ID token? That's not that. It's to an auth provider. This is provider to auth provider. Is this exported at all? I can see if it's a custom user ID, that's fine. I can verify an ID token. I've never exported this. Okay, I guess we have to export it now. So let's just export get auth provider. And it will return whatever the hell the provider is. I think we can do better. We could give it like, we could figure out like what exactly it is, right? Kind of. That just knows that they're abstract auth providers, but if I satisfies it, I wonder if that'll be okay. Because now it knows specifics. Why is this upset with me? I'd be happy. Oh. Duh. Okay. Awesome. So now this is a bit better typed, and then I can do something like this. It can be like T, or I can put P extends auth provider type. I think that's fine. And then given P, it is not an abstract auth provider, but it is actually type of, is this it? Let me see, get auth provider Discord. Hey, it knows it's a Discord auth provider. Awesome. Very cool. All right. We have a fancy schmancy get auth provider, which is nice and typed, and if you give it something specific, it will know what it is. Cool. Let's see, can y'all even see this? Kind of. Here's how it works. You're proud? Thanks. Alright, given a provider, e.g. Discord, turns the auth provider, the implementation. You gotta learn more about Kubernetes and stuff. Kubernetes is tricky. Let's see, you're working on an early stage project for your portfolio, but you lack motivation. So you want to make a file management system like Google Drive, and then you want to make an email application and a real-time chat. That's a pretty big project. Well, again, like the way that I find motivation and the way that I like tend to do things is I think about what are the skills I'm trying to master and what are projects that interest me, right? Because ultimately I build for myself. And when you build for yourself, I don't know, you make awesome stuff. Alrighty. Your ex thought Kubernetes was the funniest word. Oh man. Okay, anyhow. So get auth provider. We got the provider. Everything's happy. But I don't have OAuth on that provider yet. Howdy, Janos. Question is, what do I want to do for this? So obviously, we can't just call Discord here. Right? Like that simply cannot happen. Now, one thing I could do is I could have a verify token, and then I could also have like OAuth 2. How am I? I'm doing all right. You know what? I have an idea. Jippity, help me with this. Please give a nice name to an auth provider method that queries some OAuth thing. Maybe it'll give us some good names. I should have asked her for like list like 10 names. That is so wordy. Exchange token for response. Okay. Please come up with a top 10 list of names for this method. Try this again. How about, yeah, query token. How about query token? Well, that's verify token. Query token may not be. How about query OAuth token? Oh Jesus, why is it a bazillion of these? Oh God. First off, async. Second, why is there a colon there? Third, why isn't there a colon here? Okay. This auth provider doesn't support OAuth tokens. There we go. Now we got something. Alrighty. So what do we want to do for this? Verify ID token. That's some abstract thing. Okay, yeah. And what does this normally do? Token type, access token. So basically we're retrieving an access token. Along with some other information, but the problem is this is kind of implementation dependent. So what do I do with that? I guess I'm really just returning a result and I don't know what the result is. So it's almost like this is t extends any, and it's just returning type t, and you just have to tell it what the hell you expect the result to be, and then it will be fine and happy. Is that good enough? Can we just return that result to the client and that's... and then it's happy? How does Discord handle this? Discord, getting started activity. And any result? Hey, sometimes that is fine. So what, it just sends... no, it only sends the access token. Is that enough? We just give it a token and then just say, hey, that's all you get? I don't love it. Okay, fine. What if... maybe we change it. Maybe we say, you will always receive access token. And I mean, I could, you know what, let's keep this part the same. Maybe we just return one of these, and so this could be an HTTPS error. Or it could be access token. Whoa, what's going on with my brains? Okay. But then it could be anything else. So this would be entity. I think. Maybe, possibly. Let me see how that works. So it's gonna basically replace all of this junk for me. So this is gonna be query OAuth token, and we're just gonna return all this jazz. Do I need to specify that this is a generic? If the parent, like, I almost feel like it's not required, right? Because I could maybe be like, oh yeah, we've got this, and maybe there's an error here, and okay. Yeah, it doesn't like that. Also not the same property. Right, of course. It's not going to be happy because it could be instantiated with a different type. Okay. But we know what the type is here. I guess we could just say it's not this. And you are required to at least provide an access token. And now this is still happy because it's at least an access token. But we know that our implementation has more than just that. So now, this auth provider doesn't support OAuth tokens. That's good. But it doesn't tell me which auth provider doesn't support OAuth tokens. It would be really nice to know. Does the auth provider know its name? Kind of. It'll know it because of its prototype. Is Copilot going to be smart enough to tell me? Come on, come on, come on. Yeah, it is. Cool. This constructor name doesn't support OAuth tokens. Is that good enough? Do we want to reveal that info to the client? I don't think it matters. I don't think the client can really do anything with it. I think it's probably fine. This is fine, right? Surely. Okay. Then we have create OAuth token. You know what? I'm not going to tell the client that. Let's, even if it's harmless, we'll just be a bit more obscure. I don't want to reveal it after all. All right. So we got that. Let's see, what else do we have? This OAuth thing gets changed. So we'll pass this provider in, and that's just going to be basically really simple. It's just basically auth provider dot create OAuth with a token, and that's what gets returned. Let's see, is this okay to return errors like this? Maybe. It might be fine. Hydrate? Sure thing. What is happening with the client ID though? So I give it a right. I need to know the client ID. Do I expect to pass a client ID into an OAuth token? Because I feel like I don't, right? Do I actually know how to code? Do I actually know how to code? Yes, of course. What is this? Is this a serious question? Oh man, chat's funny. I think we do want to pass Clanity in here. We might as well, right? Okay. And now we have a Clanity. Everything there is happy. Awesome. We don't need this anymore because we're kind of relying on the auth provider to supply that. All right. Damn, that's a simple action. Very simple API call. I think that's all I need. I don't need anything else. I don't even need this context. Just delete that. I don't need, yeah. This is just type. YouTube chatters? No, YouTube chatters are great. It's the kick chatters you gotta worry about. Mind explaining what you're looking at? Sure. So we are making all of the Funi games work, or I guess starting with Pool, all of them work inside of Discord, which sounds like a simple task. Oh, it's an iframe. How hard could it be, right? But it's actually a royal pain. They're just feeling unloved since their stream started 2 hours late. I know, I'm so sorry. I will do better, or try to at least. Alrighty. So as you can see, I've got all this stuff here, right? But the problem is it has a very, very strict content security policy, which means that basically everything has to go through a proxy. So I've got this proxy rewriter thing, URL rewriter over here. So whenever I notice that my site is running inside of Discord, I use an URL rewriter that I wrote here. And so what that's doing is, wait, hold on. Oh yeah, this is happy. This is good. This is totally fine. It's very happy. I need the TS ignore. That's not enough, is it? Gosh heckin' darn it. Well, that's fine. Earl mentioned. Yeah, Earl is very popular. Anywho, this is how the rewriter works. It uses some nice regex stuff and it just does a bunch of remapping. And the way that works is I have kind of something that will inject into all of the Windows stuff for me. So you can kind of see over here, we are modifying the way that fetch and request and WebSocket and HTML rich blah 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 blah, XML HTTP request, all that stuff. All of it gets hooked and rewritten. Fun. Thank you, Discord, for that. Which is worse than the way that YouTube does it. I only have to proxy some stuff for YouTube, but over for Discord you gotta proxy like 50 gazillion things. But you know, it magically works and seems to be happy, so it is what it is. Okay. That's all good, and then we come over here and we need to modify this code. You're not a dinosaur? Thank you. As a dinosaur, I appreciate this comment. You've no clue how code really works? That's fine. Everybody starts somewhere. I actually started around your age, maybe a little bit earlier, but mostly around your age. And it doesn't matter when you start. You know, you can start later. It's fine. But it's fun to build things, right? It's powerful. If you can write your own code, you can build whatever the hell you want. Can you make video game hacks? You should watch my video. You should definitely watch my how I got into Google video. Yes, I can make video game hacks. Yes, I've been sued for making video game hacks. I got very lucky. Nexon went very nice on me. They were very kind and they let me off the hook for $0. Okay? That is not the typical experience. I know people who got royally screwed over by them, okay? And they were not so nice to them. I got lucky. I got especially lucky because I was the primary defendant on that lawsuit. My name came first. I'm not the person they were trying to get to, but it was very scary for me, okay? I got very lucky. I cannot overstate that. For MapleStory, yes. You build scripts to automate stuff in games, you love it? Maybe don't mention that on chat, but it is fun, right? Anyways, so now we've got all this stuff here. And we're just gonna go like this. I think we just return. How about this? If error. Invalid Discord token. What were they gonna get from me? Yeah, you're right. At the time, Beef, I was a broke college student, right? So, yeah. Yeah, I'll describe all this. I'll go into it in the video. It was fun, but it was a terrifying part of my life. Definitely an experience. 10 out of 10. Probably would not do it again. But it did make me a lot less scared of getting sued. Why are you building a Discord auth provider? So the way Funi works, Nico, is we have a whole bunch of different platforms that we support, right? So I support YouTube, I support Arcadium, I support Discord. There's a bunch of these things. And they all work a little bit differently. So I have to unify all of this into a single kind of token that the client accepts and understands. So given some auth information, I pass it to the server. I say, here you go, server. Is this valid for this platform? And then the server goes, oh, let me look at this. I got some random ass string. Sure, yeah, it looks good to me. Or it's like, oh, this is a JWT token. I need to understand JWT tokens. Is it signed by the person I think it's supposed to be signed by? Or is this some client trying to pretend and screw around with JWT tokens because some people don't check who it's signed by because they just accept it, and that's kind of dumb. But we check. So that's kind of why I have a bunch of different auth providers. It's all different stuff. Proxy pattern? I don't know what kind of pattern it's called. It's just called this is the best pattern for it. This is the way it works. Does coding equal computer science? No. Similar, but no. Computer science is more for like algorithms and stuff. Data structures, algorithms, that kind of thing, which is great, but it's not the same. Coding is more about problem solving and stuff like that, right? So, like, yeah, really, programming is about solving problems, building things, solving problems. What about skidding? I don't know what skidding is. What? Being like a script kiddie? Is that what you mean? I mean, being a script kiddie is about not understanding. The script kiddies get like a lot of hate for just kind of using what other people use or make and then not understanding the way it works. Roblox Discord code help channel is the skid spawn location. Oh man. Yeah, I could see that. For me, like I got into it because of MapleStory, right? And I knew initially I did not want to be a script kiddie. Actually, no, I think I got into, well, I mean, I first really started on like those, they had like these websites back in the day. And he used to do like SQL injection and stuff. Like it was a website designed for you solving these problems. So they'd have some problems about like SQL injection, and then they'd have some about like steganography, and it was a lot of like really cool kind of problem solving things there. I really loved that. Those were great. Like there is no stapler backwards, I think was one. What was it? Relpats. Pretty sure that it is. Yeah, Replatset. Or was it? Something, I don't know. Something along those lines. But there were a couple others. Alrighty. Anyhow, this needs a client ID. And then based on that client ID, we are going to retrieve the secret. Perfect. If not, client secret. Perfect. And now I can reuse this code over here. Valid Discord token. Do I think AI will soon take over jobs like tech? I think that programming is going to fundamentally change more than it already has. I mean, we've already seen the way that it changes. We don't code the way that we used to. We use LLMs nowadays, right? I use Copilot for autocomplete. I use GPT for anytime I want to do like a deep dive on a topic, or if I want to understand something better. The other day I was actually using GPT in a kind of an interesting way that I haven't used it before. So if I go into my router, you'll notice a whole ton of spam. RA DVD warning, invalid MTU 9192 on WAN 1. What the hell does that mean? I didn't know what it meant. So I went over to GPT and I started asking what the heck is MTU and how does it work? And I learned that that is like the byte size of packets being sent over the wire at layer 2. So basically, the upstream machine, the machine that is kind of connected to whatever the other end of my router, has a jumbo frame, which is like higher than 1500 bytes. Most client routers do not accept that kind of traffic. And I was wondering, why is my thing disconnecting? Because there was also a section in here, I can't share it with you because it's got my IP, but it says, WAN 1 lost IP address, lease stopped locally, which means that my router was killing the connection and I was losing internet every few hours. So if you've ever experienced this, you might be in a kind of a similar situation where you've got like some upstream router or something is saying, jumbo frames, I support them, use them. Anyways, the 1500 counts as the header info too, not just the payload? Yeah. But anyways, I had to configure my router to support jumbo frames. That was one option. The other option is you just disable some of the IPv6 stuff and you just throw out that info and you say, hey, we're not doing jumbo frames here. But I used GPT to figure all this out and to understand a bit more about how this networking works. I also used GPT in another interesting way. So I didn't understand what a bridge was, and then I learned like, oh, a bridge is basically just a switch. That's it. It's like a group of routes and they're all kind of like in their thing, so you can kind of group all my, I've got like 8 of those ETH ports all inside of a bridge. And then I learned about different interfaces and how to handle all this stuff and what an interface list is. So I've got these different interface lists. You can see I have WAN. This is the list, and it has 2 entries in it, WAN 1 and WAN 2, because I actually set up my router so that I can have 2 separate IP connections on 2 separate physical hardware, like different wires or whatever. So one of them is going over fiber, the other is going over cable. So I can actually plug both of them in simultaneously. And what'll happen is if I unplug one, I still have internet. If I unplug the other, I still have internet. And all the packets going out will go on one of the 2, which is really neat. It actually allows you to like increase your total output, right? So I can do 2 gigs a second or something. There's fun things, and GPT helps a lot with that, so it's great for questions. You use Copilot as a go-to for asking questions. You tried DeepSeek? I've tried DeepSeek. I think that O1 is better. I think O1 hallucinates less and just gives me better answers. DeepSeek has been a bit hilarious at times. It's been like completely off. I asked it for like an animation or something, and it was so bad. It was awful. It was supposed to just kind of go like this or something, and then like it started going in all 3 dimensions, and it was like, okay, this is really dumb. But yeah, I learned a lot about kind of how to configure my router. It makes the microtic routers far less scary by using GPT. Okay. Waifu animation? No, they were not for waifus this time. Okay, Galahad? Different one. Different animation. You don't like how long it takes to get to the point? So prompting is also very important. Make sure that when you're doing LLMs and things that you prompt them in certain ways. It could just be that DeepSeek's prompt is not as strong as the default prompt that OpenAI gives theirs, right? So, for example, if I tell GPT to reply as a caveman, then it will be very succinct and to the point. Although it ends up making it really stupid. Even when you tell it it's a genius caveman, it's still really stupid. One thing, Michael, is when you do use GPT, make sure you understand what it's doing. And if you don't understand, like it starts throwing acronyms at you that you're not familiar with or tools that you're not familiar with, clarify. Ask it for clarifying questions and things. Like, be like, what is MTU? Can you explain this to me? What does this mean? What does that mean? Right? Make sure you're learning. Okay, so now I've done all of that verify token stuff. Which means we've got this part here. So then we're going to query this auth token, which has a token and an error. It doesn't actually reply with an error for me, it replies with an HTTPS error, so that's a little different. Token type. Let's do token type. You don't use Jeopardy because it's 20 for the paid one? Yeah, it's probably going to be a bit limiting for people, for sure. However, there are some really great free options as well. You should take a look at Gemini, because they have it completely free, for now at least. And some of these models are stupid good, like really good. So you've got Flash Thinking Experimental. This one has solved a lot of problems that O1 has solved as well. I find it's pretty strong. It does hallucinate more, but it's free, it's fast, it's really good. Pro Experimental is also really good. I haven't used it a whole lot for code, but take a look. They're both free. Have I ever tried to code without Copilot and felt like I was missing a limb? Anytime I open up Vim, come on. Gemini 2.0 is so correct. It is. It's really, really, really good. Alrighty. So then we've got HTTPS error, or we got the token type and everything's happy there. Awesome. If the result has the result on, otherwise we've got this info. All right. And then it goes down and does the rest of the stuff. Awesome. There we go. So now I've split this up into two separate functions, which means I now have the ability to query it twice, which is dumb. But hey, you know, it makes my implementation far, far easier. Cool. So now we've got the OAuth implementation. I think that's basically all we need for the OAuth implementation. I added the API key, or the call. And all that jazz. Everything's happy. Awesome. Okay. So if we go over here, yeah, we need provider is Discord. The I think it was token. How does, oh, and then it needs client ID as well, right? Yeah. Although that is a bit strange that we have to do it this separate way where you've got the token and the client ID and everything. Because I feel like usually you don't need the client ID. Alright, take care, Michael. Glad to have you here. And I'll have a new video up soon, which will go over, like, kind of in-depth, like, how I built Puni, which is 1 million monthly active users, and how I did it for a cheap cost. Alrighty. You feel like you don't learn as much or as deep as you would if you didn't use an LLM? Like, you feel like you learn way more with an LLM? Yeah. Same. Napsta block? Yeah. This little guy. Very cute. Howdy, Swift. So let's see, we got this, it does all that jazz. So okay, what's the result for this? I call OAuth, it returns the response, which is an access token. So that's query access token. So this may succeed. Let's do this. Try catch E. Cool. And then I can do this SDK commands authorize or authenticate with the access token. God, that is so much code for this. This is crazy. Okay. Hopefully that is good enough. I'm just rewording these a little bit so that it's more obvious exactly where it's failing, if it does fail. Okay. Let's restart the server now. Okay. So when I launch the server, it should be happy. Let's open up our console and see what happens. Oh wait, did I make it localhost or is it... Yeah, I did. Okay. It looks like it failed because the server wasn't running. Let's try this again. Unauthenticated. Access token must be a string. Error fetching access token. Access underscore token must be a string. What the heck? Sounds like it failed over here. What did I mess up? What? I guess we'll set a breakpoint. Let's try this again. Wait, I don't know if this is safe. Hold on. Okay. Sorry, I can't share everything here because... Oh, look at that. Saved. Barely. Holy. Okay. It just showed my Discord client secret. We're safe. Alright, I think. Probably. Let me double check. Yeah, I was safe. Okay, cool. Alrighty, I should probably disable this so that you can't just see the debug info right there. It's very nice for debugging, but like... Okay. Awesome. Invalid Discord token. How? Howdy, monkey. How's it going? Yeah, it's a bit larger now. You know, I'm larger than life. I got the black screen. Yep. What the hell's wrong with my code? The client ID is fine. The client secret is fine. The token is fine. How is it breaking? What the hell? Invalid grant, invalid code, in request. It can only be used once. Okay. I know what's going on. That's what I was expecting. Alright. So, this is a bit of a tricky situation. It's tricky because the client has this query access token and it's expecting to just pass back a token and then that magically gets passed back to the backend for validation or something. Or actually, no, I don't even think it really does. I think, no, the server replies with a JWT token or something. It grabs this token and then it fetches from the server. Okay. So we have a race condition. Let me think. So what else do we have here? Failed to run scheduled cron job. Oh, that's fun. Redis lock is messing up. That should be fine. Invalid Discord token. Why am I getting invalid Discord token? Okay, I have an idea. Let's do this. Let's do some extra logging. Because I think maybe what's happening is the first time it goes through, it's fine. And then it fails after that. But I could be wrong. So we'll do this. Fetch OAuth, it's going to pass in the token data as well as whatever the token was. And let me double check that my client secret is correct. Yeah, my secret is fine. And my client ID is fine as well. Wait a minute. Also verify token, client ID. This gets split. No, this fails. No, it works. Okay. Right, okay. This needs to include the client ID. And the client ID comes second, right? Yeah, okay, so that's fine. No bugs there. Let's run this not in debug mode. Actually, no, I think I do want it in debug mode. That way it's over hidden on the left. Okay. Discord stuff is hard. Making all this work is a little tricky. Alright, so this time I should have a bunch of happy logs. So I'll get this like fetch OAuth, which will help me a lot. Let's see. I believe there's a way to filter my log messages. Let me see. Oh well, doesn't matter. Should be fine. Okay, so now where's my logs? Okay, fetch OAuth. First one succeeded, second one failed. That's what we expected. Okay, yeah, we're right. First one works, second one fails. Invalid code because it's already been used. Fun. And that's why it's failing. Okay, I gotta rethink this then. So, we've got a few options. We can grab 2 tokens. And I think that's what's going to have to happen because the server needs to be able to verify that a token works and it needs to tie it to a user so they get like a custom token. So we got to do that. But then the client also needs to validate itself and work. So we gotta, this is dumb. This is really dumb. All right, fine. So go over to the client. Where's the code thing? Authorize. We'll just make a private function here, call it private. Query OAuth code. This is what turns so many people off from integrating Discord. Yes, this is trash. The crazy thing is, like, I guess Discord doesn't understand the way that like 90% of other like game providers do their thing, because this is not the way that you do it for websites game integrations. Like nobody else does it this way. So this is a big pain. Most people don't use OAuth; they just use JWT, and then they'll like expose like an URL, and that URL is gonna have like two different keys that you check with the JWT or whatever based on whatever the thing is. The way that Google does it, or they have one, which is a bit problematic, but still mostly works. So then your backend just checks that key against the JWT token, make sure it's signed by the right thing, and voila, you're off to the races. And you don't need to worry about this authorize authenticate thing on the clients because it's already kind of handled for you normally. But I guess not if you're Discord. Okay. Anyways, query OAuth code. We're just gonna return this thing. Why is this not? Oh, because it's yeah. Okay, fine. You think Clerk handles it for me? Yeah, let me get right on that. There's a reason we don't use Clerk. And that is pricing. It is not $2 signs, it's like $2,000 signs. $0.02 per monthly active user. And that is because this one caps out at 10K. We have 1 million. So that's $20,000. This doesn't have a limit, does it? Okay, assuming this works, that's 20,000 a month. Which is more than our entire revenue. That's theft? It's absurd. But yeah, this kind of wild. Let's see, what else? Social connections. I mean, everything else seems like it's fine. I guess SMS tokens are extra, so you wouldn't go with SMS. It's just wild. Who the hell would use this? There's zero reason. Yeah. Absurd. There we go. Clerk.com. Pricing that borders on theft. Alright, let's see. So this is result.code, which might work. And then cool. guess we'll just fetch a new one. Is it a good idea to implement your own instead of using Clerk or Firebase? You can start with Firebase because it's free as long as you don't enable identity platform. You should never use Clerk. Unless you're making dollars per user, don't use it. You're at a huge risk with Clerk. Especially because somebody could come in, they could use something like Bright Data and just spam the living hell out of you with registering users. Like, if I wanted to bankrupt a company and they used Clerk, I would just... I can't say how to do it, sorry. But it's very easy, right? It's called a denial of wallet attack. So maybe you've heard of a denial of wallet attack, maybe you haven't. It's where, instead of it being a DDoS, where you take the site down, a denial of wallet attack is you just draining funds. The thing remains online, but you make it so impossibly expensive for that company to continue running that they go out of business. It's awful. And the way it exists is because of these serverless providers, which just charge you an arm and a leg because you're renting a service and you're renting their SEO team or their not SEO team, their DevOps team. So their costs are really high. And it's dangerous to use these providers when you start growing a business because of these kinds of attacks and whatnot. Nowadays, you see websites with WhatsApp, but it sends you stuff on WhatsApp, and usually this enters the website with a blue check mark. I'm not familiar with that one, RPC. And then an ad covered me up. Oh, stupid ads. Denial of wallet, monkey. It's like where you get beeped. Denial of wallet attack. It's one of these. Now, you can help protect yourself against a denial of wallet attack by just making sure you have spending limits. So what that'll do is it'll just take your service down once you cap out at your spending, which helps, but now your service is down and you're afraid to turn it back on because you don't know when it's going to resume. So, yeah, these are very scary. And they're made possible because of serverless. Okay. So now we have two separate things here. And I don't know if this will work, but it might work. So as long as this code is unique, I think it'll be fine. TLDR is spamming sites that use serverless for their bills so they lose money. It's something like that. I don't want to go too in depth in like how to do them because I don't want to like enable people who didn't know how to now be able to do it. I don't think that would be good for anyone. But one of the protections you can take against it is you can do spend limits. The other thing you can do against it obviously is just don't use serverless stuff, and that usually goes a far way. Rate limiting, yeah, if they offer some sort of rate limiting that can help, but just keep in mind they might be on like 1 million IP addresses, so trying to stop them can be really tricky. And every once in a while you might get lucky. The serverless provider might just be like, oh well, obviously that was an attack, we're not going to bill you, but you're kind of betting on their good faith, and that might stop at any time. First thing you do when you roll out any internet API is wrap it in your custom Redis rate limiter. That's okay. Just know that they might have some solution around that. Especially because, you know, you're not sure what IP address they're going to use. You're not even sure what kind of user agent they're going to use. They'll probably have it kind of tough Like in hindsight, it'll be easy to detect, but it might not be so easy when it first happens. You remember a long time ago I said that it's not a matter of if you get attacked, but when? Yeah. If you're connected to the internet, you're gonna get attacked. Just a matter of time. So you definitely need to have like a plan to protect yourself from that kind of stuff. Alright, so we've got this started, and now let's go here. Alrighty. So it looks like it worked this time. And the access tokens are different. Hey, we got it working. Has Funi ever been compromised? No. Not yet, luckily. Alrighty. Create a auth code. Let's see. So now I should say new code thingy a few times, and they should be different, and they are. Very happy. It's working. Let's go ahead and remove that part there. Welcome back, Mark. Is Discord behaving yet? Yeah, we got it working. That means it's overdue? Yeah, I know, Monkey. It's been 5 years and no attacks. Which is weird. But, you know, like, I'm grateful. So let's see. Error getting access token, all that jazz. If access token. I think that's mostly what I want. I guess it could be like if not access token. Let's see. I mean, people have like done some kind of things, you know, they've tried to like cause issues for sure, Monkey, right? But nothing major yet. Error fetching access token. I think this is good enough. I think this will be good enough. And it's okay to be a little bit verbose with the logging here too, because this is only going to show if the Discord platform is enabled. Like if it's during an embed. Okay, is that good then? Discord client ID. This part here, I want to not do it this way. Looking for advice? Sure thing, Power. What's up? Now, how do I want to get the Discord client ID? There's a few ways. I think I get it from the host name. I think that's the only way, actually. Location host name split. Yeah, I'm basically doing it here too. That's not the... That's the client ID. If I go here... 1651. Yeah, it's the client ID. That's not the instance ID. So I'm wrong. It's not instance ID, that's client ID. That means this is not Discord instance ID, it's a game ID. This is client ID. And this is a good spot to do it because we have to map it to the game ID no matter what. We should add the log here explaining what all you must do when you add a new game. Perfect. You're doing back-end courses as part of your degree, and you're losing motivation. How can you overcome dealing with a difficult professor and maintain interest in a course? That's a good question for GPT. GPT might have a good answer for you. Let's see what it says. But what I would do is I would probably just like build my own stuff using kind of like the same or different backend things. It doesn't have to be whatever. And just build something for you. But I didn't do super great in my college courses. Like I was doing great. I was on the dean's list for like the start of it, and then I just started building my own things and not really paying attention in class. And I learned a ridiculous amount doing that, but my grades definitely suffered. Let's see what O1 says. Oh, here's one. Connect materials to your interests. Look for ways that backend concepts are used in products or industries you find exciting. This kind of would be like build a project that you like, that you want, that uses similar things. It goes over a bunch of other things too. I don't know. I'm not a therapist. What I did is I just kind of worked on my own stuff when I wasn't too motivated, but my grades did suffer, so maybe you don't want to have your grades suffer, so maybe you can try something else. Alrighty. Client ID to game ID. A therapist outfit when? I would need something to like kind of. But anyways, so let's see. What is I'm gonna deploy here? This is gonna be for I think Kubernetes. Update secrets is gonna be where we had this log. Build something that interests you? Yeah. But that's what I did personally. And that helped in some ways. Like it helped in my assembly class because by the time I took an assembly class, I was writing lots of inline assembly because I was making things for games, right? So I was intimately familiar with how assembly worked and what it actually like what C and C++ compiled into and calling conventions and things like that. I knew what a function looked like. You know, you had like your you set up the stack frame, and then I knew how to like use that to find like a call stack, all that jazz, right? A lot of things that were never taught in class. And some of that translated to a grade in that class, some of it didn't. But it was far more fun. All right. Discord client ID to game ID. When adding a new game, Discord activity also and secret fleet.yaml. And I don't think the backend actually ever needs anything. As long as you've got that, the backend automatically figures everything out from there. Hell yeah. I mean, GPT can be a fine therapist, I think. Let's see. And it's not going to judge you at all either. What I mean, I guess a good therapist wouldn't judge you either, but you know. Okay, so what do we have here? So we renamed it to client ID, and we added extra comments explaining how this works. So pretty happy with that. I could add something in here where it grabs the client ID, or I could just do this location hostname split and say, you know what, this is gonna be fine. Let's see, what else do we have? Weird console error stuff here. Some things are useful, such as this line and these lines. Kind of. This line kind of sucks. Is this even necessary? I don't think I need this at all. Platform ID. It's just more verbose. Okay, yeah, we'll just ignore that change. What else do we have? All the code there is fine. And now, when I add more games, it'll just work. So very happy with that. This is kind of a cool little type there. Great OAuth token. Doesn't really have a comment explaining what the hell's going on with this function or what it's doing. That's a mistake. Should definitely have one. Oh well. What else do we have? Well, this is the way that the server does the thing, which is totally fine. Except we have some weird console logs here. I don't want those. You think you know what the mystery sound is on YouTube? Alright. Please, enlighten me. Did I hear it? I did not. But I appreciate the effort. It's not likes on the YouTube live stream. Whatever it is, I wonder. It's weird. It like only happens when I first go live. But it definitely seems like it's tied to YouTube somehow. Okay, so that should magically work. Does it always work that way? Oh, maybe, who knows. If not, well, I tried. Okay, and then we need Discord auth provider. There's some console log stuff in here. Fetch OAuth, okay. I think everything else is fine. Yeah, that looks good. What about this? OAuth is added. OAuth is fine. The. My comment is the. How about we actually comment something here? How about the token? No, I don't know. Sure. From the client fetching from the provider. Something like that. Do I remember the days before Jippity and having to use Stack Overflow? Yes, I do. I remember Stack Overflow like sometimes was nice and sometimes not, and then you had like a bunch of devs who just blindly copy from Stack Overflow, and we have the same thing with GPT where people will blindly copy from GPT. But the good devs understand what they're copying. Hopefully. At least they say they do. Skids? Basically, it's basically a bunch of script kiddies who somehow have jobs as programmers. But they're still script kiddies. And I think this is basically good to go. Make client ID dynamic for Discord and add OAuth action. This really should have been like 2 separate commits, but that's kind of what we do. That's a big change. Let's make sure everything is building and everything is happy before we go ahead and commit this. You don't want to see computing colleges with all this jippity? I can imagine there's a lot of students that don't understand anything, and then they just keep trucking through their classes not understanding. Part of the problem too is like a lot of the courses and a lot of like the homework and everything, you can just plug that into GPT and don't not think about it, and then just never learn how to code. Whoa, there was a sound again. If you did the sound, I just heard the sound, and I don't know how you did the sound. Alrighty, let's see. So yeah, it looks like it builds. Go ahead and we'll go over here, we'll push. And looks like I think we're good to go. Alright, so the next step is to get this actual like invite thing working. So we leave, we start up this up again. Everything should be happy. What? How did this fail? What do you mean failed to fetch? How's that possible? Why is it? Oh, yeah, okay, right. Yeah, it doesn't start up a room because I have to actually deploy because the server is trying to do localhost 2567, and that obviously is going to fail, and I don't want to change that. So, to get past this point, I have to do a deployment. So let's deploy. Active cluster. S1. Okay, so let's deploy to S2. Alrighty. So once that's deployed, I should be able to actually Join a room. All that jazz will work. And we have... It should now authenticate. This is crazy. Way too much effort. But that's fine. Alright, let me see my to-do list. See what we got going here. Okay. There's a change for I already did that one. What? Let me see. Oh, there's another one. Okay. This is kind of like that thing, you know, like, this is like the pull request where you got like the guy, he just kind of like does this. He just doesn't touch the person. He's like, yeah, you're good. That's what this is. That's just me going like, yeah, it looks good. Rubber stamp. Game ID pool. Wait, what? How does this work? Full table smooth red. Game ID 4 in a row. What? That's weird. Okay. Yep, looks good. Alright. Welcome back, Chief. And now we'll fetch. And then we'll do another server deploy. Right after the deploy that we just did. Let me go ahead and finish fetching. And then after this deploy, we'll check to see if Discord activity is working properly. Okay. Add ads to matchmaking button. Oh god. Okay. So we have ads for quick play. How does this work? We renamed it, didn't we? New room. How does that work? This is a game settings dialog, and it comes over here. And somewhere it's going to request an ad. Here it is. Oh wow, that's so simple. Amazing. I love how easy this is. Great. Okay, so it's just one line of code. I can do that. So then matchmaking button on click. How does this work? What? It just sets a game ID? Is this like magic? Okay, I gotta think about this then. Wait. So... it sets the game ID. And then it joins the queue. Okay. And this is the only one that actually sets it, right? It's a bit weird doing it this way. I probably should have it be like a function instead. It's strange. Yeah, what is this? Matchmaking dialogue. Wait, is this dead code? What song is this? Obeyed, featuring Hex, Cougar, and LeMay. Or something. This code doesn't do anything. Okay. Well, let's delete it then. Apple Music? Yeah, for now. Maybe I'll go back to Spotify, we'll see. It's just, I'm paying for like the Apple One thing or something, so this is just part of that. Finding other players. Okay, we'll just delete all that code then. Set game ID. Yeah, it's only this. This is the only thing that calls it. Okay, great. So then let's just do this. Set game ID. When I click it, we'll do something here. So unlike in regular setters, I can actually grab current game ID outside of the setter and it will be the most up to date. This is always the most up to date. If current game ID is not the game ID, or actually if it is equal to, do nothing. It's not great. No, I kind of like... Yeah, no, I think this is fine. Okay, so then if game ID, we're setting it to something, we then want to request an add. And wait. Aren't you glad you play on Funny.com and not one of the other platforms? It's so much nicer. Okay, so that's gonna boost our revenue by like 50%. Funny now makes 50% more money. It was probably like 10% or 20%. So that's cool. Show ad on matchmaking. Okay. Wait, where's the, where does this description come from? Did I just, like, not... Fine, update API schema. I must have done it over here or something. I did. Okay, I see. Alright, I will push that. How expensive are these clothes and glasses? I have no idea, Shal. Well, I kind of I do. I think the shirt's like 35. I don't know how much my glasses are. I literally don't know what I spent on it. And the blazer, I'm not sure exactly. It was a couple hundred. Shoulder? Okay. Howdy. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't pay too much attention. But it was reasonable. Alright, so let's see. How much was my keyboard? like 700, I think. Somewhere around there. Somewhere between 5 and 700. I want to say it was like 700 because I had to get like a bunch of parts for it, right? So it's the mammoth, this one. So that was a bit, and then I got the Syracuse. So I got one of the, oh, this is cute. They've got little heart-shaped ones. Oh, that's neat. Oh, that's cool too. Wow, they've got like all fancy schmancy ones. But I got this one. So that was another 126-ish or so. I got that, I got this, and then I got like the actual keys for it. Yeah, so I think it was about 700 total. Bit pricey. Okay, so now that we've got all that, how's this going? 742, looks like it deployed. And now let's see. This one is S2. So we'll come over here. Okay, it's already set for S2. So now we go over to this part. All right, let's see. Have I watched Halt and Catch Fire? No, I don't think I have. All right, so I should be able to now create a room. Don't click Imgur. Yeah, okay. Let's see, what's this image? Oh, that's cute. Very nice Pluto. Wait, does Pluto actually have hands? Well, it kind of does. Wow, that's really cute. Too bad it's not a planet anymore. Oh, you're being a bit silly. So, first off, you're not gonna grab an IP from this. See that? Look where it's hosted. It's Imgur. Unless you happen to work for Imgur, you're not gonna get anything out of that. It's a PNG. You can't nest like URLs inside of PNGs. Imgur with a typo. I mean, technically you could have like some kind of Unicode character. Maybe this isn't actually Imgur, right? But I do believe that's actually Imgur. Plus, like some browsers will actually show like when it is a Unicode character, like it won't render it the same. But anyways, so let's see, what was I doing? Also, howdy Wolf, how's it going? I want to click on this. Nothing happens. Why does nothing happen? What? Not authenticated or invalid scope. That's impossible. Let's see. Am I working to get it so that I can play Funny in Discord? Yep. Every game. Like, it's mostly working, but certain features Like, this is all fine. But this one's not. This is supposed to do something. But it says not authenticated or invalid scope. So maybe I do actually need a scope for this. You've been setting up your new computer all day? Heck yeah, Wolf. Alright, let's see. Not authenticated or invalid scope. Yeah, I'm curious what specs you've got on your computer. You don't remember the .env for your app? I'll just copy it over. Oh, wait. Unless it's like... Unless it was like you had a company work laptop thing or something, you had to like return it. And now you don't have access to your old one. Because that would suck. Okay, not auth or invalid scope. Have I tried Claude? I've tried it, but I still prefer GPT. So Gemini is really nice too. I think I prefer Gemini to Claude. I prefer GPT to Gemini. The env was in YAML and it's so long. You could pass it to an LLM with all your secrets in it. Maybe don't do that. Do I spend more time on the games for Funi themselves or the platform? That's a good question, Serena. I'm not sure. I spend a lot of time on both. I want to say the platform itself takes more of my time. Let's see, not authenticated or invalid scope. Let's see, what exactly is it we're trying to run here? So we've got the Discord SDK, right? And we've gone through here, and we did authenticate. This was fine. In fact, let's go ahead and say Discord authenticate thingy mabobber. So now what happens? Does this reply with something? Authenticate. It has a promise with an access token and a bunch of stuff. And when it expires and all that other jazz. Okay. So why is it not magically working? Is this my own author or Discord's? It is definitely Discord. Why would I not allow sharing an invite link? This thing accepts nothing. The args are void. So it should be very happy. It returns nothing. Okay, we should be able to get here now. You don't remember the format of the YAML? Oh, that's always fun. I'm not a fan of YAML personally. I like JSON. JSON's fine. Except for no comments. JSON with comments is fine. For a config file? It's okay. YAML's okay, but I don't know. I don't like the weird spacing in YAML. That's painful. Because like you indent it just a little bit off and then it's like, I'll take either. They're not, yeah, neither are super great. Okay, do I stop this fetch OAuth thing? Like what's going on with this? Fetch OAuth. Okay, so that's cleared. So we'll kill that server. Yeah, that's set up to S2, so that should be fine. Okay, So capital Discord should tell me something. Discord, what the fudge? Not authenticated or invalid scope. But it also has this part. This part fails. Following, Discord gets upset. Maybe I should have mentioned that this is instead of a Discord activity. I don't know what scopes I need. Discord. SDK. Like, I've got to have something, right? So surely, maybe if I search for this, like, open invite dialog, maybe it will tell me what scope I need. No scopes required. Nothing is required. Not authenticated or invalid scope. Discord. Please. Fine. Okay, well, clearly, if it doesn't require any scopes, then I'm not authenticated, right? Surely. That's the only semi-logical explanation. Which means maybe it's not getting through here? Let's take a look. Does the client not store the session or token? It's a mess. It's OAuth 2. So in Discord, the embedded thing does not have any permissions or anything. You would think that this would all just work and that it would be able to fetch from its parent, like, oh yes, this actually is that user, everything's golden. But no, it doesn't, because Discord is Discord. So you have to send it to your own backend, and we do that, and yet for some reason it's still not happy. And I think it's because of a race condition. Okay. Access token fails because access token must be a string. Hey, that's a start. Okay, I'm just being dumb. I think I'm just being dumb. Access token must be a string. What the hell's my access token? Oh. It's access token, access token. Right. Okay. Right. Access token. If access token. Now it's happy. Now everything's great. Awesome. Okay. Easy fix. RTX 5090. Flexing with that 5090, Wolf. Okay, why now does it say unauthenticated? Yeah, Wolf has a big GPU. So why does this fail? Seems like it worked. Why did it say unauthenticated? I'm confused. Hey, it works. Well, that's cool. Okay, this is a start. So now you can invite a friend. Except, why do I have to click here to invite a friend? Why can't I just click here? Because that's basically the same, right? Does an empty object on line 95 be valued as truthy? Where do you see that? Well, it wouldn't be an empty object, right? Because it's either data or an empty object, and then this grabs access token out of whatever this is. This here is basically like the following. Data equals response.data, and if that's falsy, it'll make it an empty object. And then I have like access token equals data access token, right? That's what this line's doing. So here, if it's just an empty object, a dot access token, well, clearly it's not there. So that would be undefined. Okay. So that's a start. But there's still... Check Discord, sure thing. Interesting. What, so can I just buy like a GPU directly from these guys? Let's see. And just min spec something and put a 5090 in it and then good to go. It is cheaper. Yeah, I guess I could do something like that. Okay, sure. So I'd select one of these. I say shop now. View configs. Customize the cheapest, shittiest computer you can. You just come down here and you go, $3,000. That's not bad. Actually not bad. Let's see. Let's see. So if I just do this. And we'll just say no thanks to everything. It's still like an extra 1,000 though. Let's see. Order like 10? No, hell no. Downgrade the CPU? Oh yeah, I can do that. Oh boy. I can see like $7. Is that the cheapest they have for the CPU? Oh my god. Well, it's still like an extra 1,000. I feel like I have to think about it. You heard the GPUs are melting? Shipping date, 35 business days. I mean, and how long it would take? I think I'm just gonna wait. Because even if I even if I were to buy that, right? It's $1,000 extra. It would arrive while I'm in Japan. That doesn't sound super great. Okay. But I think this was mostly... I think I do want this invite a friend thing though. Just buy one in Japan. Do you think they'd have them? Does Japan have GPUs? I guess they do. Could be an option. Probably won't be able to bring it to the US. Maybe. They just play games on the CPU? They play games on their phone. Okay, so I think this is mostly good. We got this whole thing mostly working. What else are we missing? I can verse bots, I can do matchmaking. Everything is implemented. Leaderboards work. Profiles work. You can't log out. If you log out, then it gets weird. So how does this work? If it is a custom user ID, show a lost account button to instruct people on how to recover their account. So currently, anytime it's a custom user ID, we just say, hey, here's how you do it. Which is fine. But it's not a super great experience. But neither is like not being able to use Google OAuth because you're blocked from opening up iframes. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure if you're in a content security policy thing, you can't even open up an iframe. Yeah, I don't know what would happen if I did that. I'm curious. Let's say I turn this, one of these things, right? Like, what if I do this? What if I take this and I edit this whole section here and I just say that this is an iframe and I say it's a google.com. Okay. That failed. And why did that fail? Violates the content security policy. Yeah, okay, go figure. But what if I do this? So I would need the whole proxy domain here. I guess I can share this. CSP and Chorus still make you pull your hair out? Yeah, CSP is a whole bunch of not fun. Dot proxy / Google. Right, because now it's a weird proxy thing, so now what happens? It does something. Great. Yeah, that looks like shit. Okay, so that doesn't work. Figured. Very interesting how that looks though. What the heck? Right, okay, so we can just assume there's no way. Can you link accounts? It's a bit of a pain. Maybe someday I'll allow it, but I need like a merge. So you need to be able to say Okay, you got both accounts. Your Funi account is the main account, and then you can just take one of the other ones and just merge it into the Funi accounts. I just don't offer that right now because it's already a bit of a not great experience. I'm just gonna leave it the way it is. I think the idea is that you play in Discord if you don't care too much about your progress. You do have like your own Discord profile and whatnot. And then if you have like a funny.com account, like that's really the main thing. Makes sense to you? Cool. So right now, I think we just say gems are disabled. Like we'll disable premium currency. And then I don't have to think about it or worry about it for now. And then we'll come back and we'll add it. Right? We don't need money. We can just ignore money for now. You'd make it so your Discord is separate from the site? Yeah, I need an incentive for people to sign up on the site anyways. I don't want to give as good of an experience on these other platforms. Right? Otherwise, why would you go to the site? Of course, I'm never going to say that, but that's kind of... The real reason though is this is much simpler, right? So if you're a third party and you're wondering, it's for simplicity. It's much simpler to do it this way. So let's see, what all do we have here? Gems, false, to do, add premium currency support. Make an alert that says get full access on Funi.com. We'll see. So, okay, one thing we do need to do though is I need to give myself like 1,000 gold, and I need to see what happens if I go over 1,000 gold. Like, am I allowed to go over 1k? I could add a banner that says for a better experience view on Funi.com. We'll see. We'll see. I gotta see what I can get away with. Remember, I do want a good experience for people. So, okay, what's my profile here? Did I break the clients again? Oh, heck. I don't think I broke the client. How did I break the client? Refused to connect to Firestore. What the hell? Oh, that was weird. That took ages. Okay, but it is also localhost. Maybe there was something weird going on. Wait, why did this fail though? Channel request, send beacon. What the hell is this? An image tag is the most reliable way to send something to the server while the page is getting torn down. Interesting. Send beacon is always necessary due to CSP violation of using an image tag. This is nasty. Okay, well that's gonna fail because of Discord's CSP. So that's cool. Alright, so basically what I think this is inside of Firestore, it's trying to kill the connection or something, and is trying to say, hey, my connection is closed. I don't send anything else. Please close the connection. And so what it's doing is it's making an image, Or it's using the navigator send beacon. It actually does create an image here. What the hell? If not request sent and image. So okay, so first it tries to send a beacon. And then if it still fails, it tries to craft an image. And then it sends it via... Or it doesn't send it, but like, you know, it just does this element thing and then it says it's sent. Otherwise, it does XML HTTP request. That's fun. Well, I think it's fine though, because like, okay, so the send beacon fails. And then it's still going to continue on with the other stuff, so I don't care. It seems like it's working mostly. The render method of profile has a key prop that's bad. Okay, let's go here. Profile has a key that's not good. Use friends followed counts. Where's the key? That looks like it's gonna cause issues. Oh no, this looks like it's gonna cause issues. Why did I write code like this? Let's see, this is, what is this? Friend profile? This is followers. Maybe this is just friends, and this is followers. So what else is this? Use tab panels. So that's a list. I guess it explains why I missed it, because it's like so... Well, this is also weird. Okay, hopefully I got all of them. Yeah, there's a list right there. Panel. Anything that's like panel colon needs to have a key on it. Okay, great, awesome. What else do we have? Oh, yeah, the bug fix here. Fix access token Discord auth bug. I'm gonna just discard the rest of those changes because we don't need the console log anymore. Okay. Disable gems in Discord integration. Oh yeah, I need to take a look at the history thing. How does this history work exactly? If the platform is Discord and we have a client ID, then we are good to go, and it magically knows what the slug is and everything. Oh, I love it. We've already got support for lots of different games on Discord. All we have to do is follow the steps that we've outlined here. We change these files and we add it one line in here and we're good to go. And then I can just add as many games as I want. But we'll see, because maybe the co-founder doesn't want us to add every game to Discord. Okay, so now I need to know what my user ID is. Because I need to know what happens if I break 1,000. The way that's gonna work, I have my user ID right here. These numbers on Discord are a bit strange. I wonder if they're numerical. There's a co-founder? There is a co-founder. How do you think I afford to work on Funi? Because I do pull a salary. So, yeah, I have like, I want to say it's like 47.5% or something of Funi, and then I also pull a salary. It's pretty solid. Do they also program? Uh, Technically they're a programmer, but they don't really code. Okay, so now let's see, what else do we have? I want to go to user items. And then I want to go here. And let's add a field. So I want 999 currency. Cool. I'm rich. Okay, now we must play against the bots real fast. Please work. Cool. We're getting somewhere. So one of two things is about to happen. I will either, once the game ends, have exactly 1,000 gold, or I will have more than 1,000 gold. I'm not sure what's gonna happen. I really have no idea how I coded this. I forget. I think I will have more than 1,000 gold. I think I made it so that clients that are third party don't require email verification. I think. I don't remember. Okay, so now if I just end the game, should be good to go. Oh, I wonder, what happens if I full screen? Oh, I don't have full screen button. I wonder if Discord allows full screen. Most embeds do not allow it, but maybe it will. So that's something else I'll try. I'm gonna try to full screen this. But I just have to go and figure out like how to enable that again. Oh my god, am I getting wrecked by the bot? What is going on? How does email auth tie back to the points you're talking about? Oh, the coins? So I tried to prevent guest accounts from getting too much gold. It's just kind of like a reason to sign up. And I don't remember quite how I did it here. Oh my god. I think it's the size. I think the size is throwing me off. I normally play in a much larger window. That's my excuse. Okay, but if I just, like, let's say leave, I should still get some gold. Where's my gold? Do I not get gold for that? Do I actually have to play? Wait, this is so inconsistent, because I thought if I play against myself, I get gold. What? So if I play against a bot, and I leave early, it doesn't count? Yeah, I was at 999 before. I need to make it so that I can actually read that text. It should come in front of the thing. Right now it's too behind, and so you can't actually read what you're getting. you just see like, oh, I got an achievement. How do I get the achievement? And I can't read the text. So that's not a super great experience. Okay. And go above 1,000. Perfect. Codezilla, thank you so much for the Prime. I appreciate it. Thanks for being here. Appreciate all the support. Okay, so we can go above 1,000. So this is not a guest account. This is a legit account. I can actually level it up. That means I'm going to show up on the leaderboards. So if I say my rank, hey, there I am. Cool. I have a really shit username because I actually uncovered a bug while implementing this where you could sign up to change your username. It's been fixed. I made a mistake, and that was the thing that you could do. It just kept changing my username constantly. So that's fun. Oh yeah, and this underscore DC, every user, I think if I change my username here, I get to change it without having an underscore DC in it. But that's one of those things that happens if you're a third party. You don't get the quality usernames. This is pretty working. Pretty happy with it. Join by code. That should magically work, I believe. So let's say ABC123, which is obviously not a room ID. It kicks me out because it's an invalid room ID. What if it's a real room ID? What if I make a real room? I paste that in. It works. So you can join by code. So that works. This maybe doesn't work yet. I wonder, there's nothing else I can provide here. I want to be able to provide the room ID because this is not going to do what it's supposed to do. Makes sense to have DC in the name so you know they're using Discord, yeah. Okay, so everything here is good. Yeah, I do have to take into account the Discord user ID. So what I do is I, like the usernames, or the user IDs, I actually include this. So you can kind of see it here. Well, that's cool. Look at that. You can see like accessibility, background color, margin, padding. Oh, that's cute. Did they change that? Or has this always been here and I'm just blind and never noticed it before? Anyways, so if I go down... Oh, I always have trouble finding the room member card. I think it's because it's a background. Is it like a style or something? Where the hell's the background image defined on this thing? It's in here. I thought it was on one of these thingies. Oh, there it is. Found it. Okay. So if you take a look here, you'll see it says Discord dash big number, right? That is the Discord user ID. So basically we take whatever Discord's user ID is and prefix Discord dash on it. And that's their unique user ID. This kind of like a discriminator just makes sure that there's no overlap with other potential user IDs from any other platform. Alrighty. So I think that's pretty good to go. The only last thing would be being able to merge an account, which I'll add support for at some point. So the idea there is you'll be able, like if you're on your main Funi account, you'll be able to merge from some of the other platforms or something somehow. I'm not sure exactly how that's going to work. because it could be a little tricky. You basically have to auth as both. But then we can just have like a lookup table, so that way if you're logged in as a third party or something, it'll check the lookup table. It'll be like, oh yeah, this ID is mapped to this account, and so just log you in as that account instead. Gotta make sure it's secure and everything though. Alrighty. Pretty good. So I think that's good to go. I do need to finish checking out the invitation stuff, but I'm pretty happy with the way all that works. Okay. What else do we have? Stop showing the server as the host in the rooms list. Finally, a non-Discord thing to do. Alright, so we pop this on over here. I wonder what other activities we've got. Share moment dialogue. All of these, I've got to, oh, set activity. Rich presence data. Oh, I can show like the room ID that you're in. Oh, I bet there could be some cool things. RPC activities, right? Oh, this requires a special scope. I see, I see. Now I want more scopes. I'll worry about all that later. Okay, anyways, so I come over here. And what do we have? What do we have? Why is it purple? Can't access property steps. Valentine's 2025 is undefined. What? That's not possible. I think I just have to restart the client. So I got something in from, I pulled something down and then it doesn't exist, and so it's not happy. So just gotta. When I do Firebase auth, that I use the link accounts that use the same email. I did link accounts, which helps a bit, but like, that's, I gotta do more than just that. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's cute. Oh, there's a little thing. Oh, look at that. Bulby's love quest. Oh boy. Bulby with a twitchy eye. It's probably infected or something. So lovey-dovey today. Oh boy. Break Bulby's heart. You and 1.37 million people accidentally broke Bulby's heart. Oh, poor Bulby. Okay, we'll accept it. Hey, I got some stuff. I want to accept it again. Oh, there's a Valentine shop. Oh, look at that. Oh, there's a shop. Wait, do I own these? I don't even know if I own these. Wait, there's a tool table? Oh shit. Hold on, I gotta buy these. Collect interest real fast so that I'm not completely broke. I don't know if I have this, and I want to make sure I don't miss this. Where's pool? Where's pool? Okay. Shop. I do not have the Valentine's table, and it's only 1K. That's a no-brainer. Okay. Art piece? Yeah, for 200 gold? Yes, I'll take that. These are so cheap. Why are they so cheap? This one's like better than these ones, and it's only 1K gold. What? Invalid quest ID? Oh yeah, I'm running this local host. Enjoy, Wolf. I will release it in a second. Until then, you can just live vicariously through me. The hardback. Do I have the hardback for the Funo backgrounds? Funo backgrounds. I already got one of those. I don't need another one. That's pretty cheap though. Is this how I afford GPT Pro? Yes. Yes. I sell my gold on Funi. But actually though... wait. Show owned. Oh yeah, there's just so many of these that shows up here. I can't buy any because I don't have any gems. I feel so poor. You get invalid quest ID? Yeah. Just give me a second, Wolf. Give me a second. These things take time, okay? This is hard stuff here. We're setting it to Hetzner. And it should be good to go, I hope. Let's double check and make sure it's... Come on, refresh. Okay, there you go. Just refresh the page. It's updated now. Seems like the shop is broken. Refresh your client. Try again. You can't find out where to exchange your hot bitcoins for Funi Gold. Don't worry about it, Beef. I will get it. I'll get it worked out soon. It was out? Well, it was out on the client, not on the server. See, there's a difference between the client and the server. I just... Wait. Oh, yeah, no, it was deployed, and then I had to accept a pull request. And... because it was broken. It should work now. Hey, look, it wasn't my code, okay? How do you funnel your money back out after you get it in? Oh, you want to use Funi as a mixing service for your bitcoins and your crypto. Yeah, totally. I'll get right on that. Funi laundry service. Open the cart? I already got the thing. I already implemented it. See, look, already took the thing. I already got it accepted. See? All I can do is break his heart. There's cool music for Valentine's. Wait, we have Valentine's music? When did we add Valentine's music? I don't know if y'all can hear it, but I can. It's very Valentine-y. Quite nice. I wonder if it's done with an LLM. What even is Valentine's music? Well, go to the Funi Valentine's page. It's very Valentine's-y. Probably if I wrote it. That's the thing. I don't know. I don't remember who wrote the music for this. Okay, so I think everything there is good. I do want to change to my new pool table. When are we getting a new game? Soon, Wolf, soon. Who makes the artwork and music? We've got like different people for that. There's one person who does some of the design work, someone else for a lot of the images. You're on Funi, where's the Valentine's? Maybe you need a refresh. Should be bottom left corner. You can find it. Are we doing a St. Patrick's Day shop? Probably not. Not yet. Okay, let's see. Stop showing the server as the host on the rooms list. Someone has... Wait, what do you mean, Wolf? Oh yeah, I gotta bank my gold real fast. Go to the About page. Click Gold Sync. Oh, this? You broke Bulby's heart, how could you? How could you do such a thing? The text moves? Yeah. That's because the padding here changes, okay? Okay. So, like, if I do this, and we change it to active. Wait, so what, like, width, height, 39 by 39, so then... Let's see. Have Tops fix it? You know what? Sure. Let's have Tops fix it. That's a good one. Good call. That's a simple change that I don't have to think about. Why is there a null in created by? Oh, because that's the person's name. It's like their name is null. Okay. So they took that username. This is not a bug. Thanks, Wolf. Appreciate it. Okay. Right, so I need to fix this bug with rooms. This fiscal dachshund, however you say that word, is in all of the rooms ever. Why? So get public rooms has all of these. So console log public rooms yar har har. And now, if I refresh, I should be able to grab one of these real quick. Do I not have a list of banned names? Why would I ban the username null? It's just an innocent string. Poor little Bobby Tables, you know, never, you know, like, you can't discriminate against them. Like, I'm just careful with it, okay? We're not stupid with the usernames. Null is a totally great, fine, wonderful username. So is undefined. Actually, who is undefined? God, I knew it. I knew there was someone named undefined. I called it. I bet there's someone named object. Is there an object? There's not yet. Type of? Surely not. Yeah, there's no one named type of. We're getting too esoteric here. What about someone named the F word? Nope, that one's banned. You can't name yourself bad words. There's no one named bad words. Wait, or no. Yeah, no, there's no one named bad words. Interesting. Null? We already know there's someone named Null. Is there a relevant XKCD? I bet there's someone named XKCD. There's not? There is someone named Object? Wait. Oh. Yeah, there is. Amazing. Great. Oh, little Bobby Tables? Yeah. Syntax error? Yeah, there's might be a syntax error. It wouldn't surprise me. Doesn't look like there is. I bet there's someone named Error at least. That would be a common name. Yeah. Why is it an at before the name? Well, for very good reason. Imagine if there was no at symbol. Then your user namespace would be everything, right? So notice how I've got like shop. Well, guess what? There's a user named shop. Or there's not a user named shop. There could have been, okay? I bet there's a user named about. There's not? Come on, y'all. Gotta get more creative with your usernames. But anyways, that's why. Bank. I bet someone's named Bank. That could be good. No one is named Bank. What is going on? Like Twitch does /Acorn? Yeah, but I mean, then, like, I don't know, I just didn't want to have to worry about it. The at symbol means I don't have to worry about it. It is a small price to pay. but it makes routing infinitely easier. Okay. Right, public rooms, yar har har. That's what we're looking for. So yeah, where's public rooms, yar har har? Maybe if I refresh. There we go. Public rooms, yar har har. Perfect. So which one of these is funky? This one here. 581D88. 5 is not there. What? How's that possible? How about 3T23? Okay, that one doesn't seem to show up either. Maybe it's just because it's too nested and it doesn't show because of that. One interesting thing is it only shows 100 rooms. So what else do I know? I have owner information and I have player count. So some of these owners, it doesn't make sense. This doesn't make sense because I haven't found any of these with an owner name of server, which is not expected because for matchmaking rooms, any matchmaking room with a name 8-ball pool online, like this one here, should be server owner. So, oh, here it is. Yeah, perfect. Okay, yeah, like this one. Why are the room opacities low when you scroll? Because it says in-game. So you can see these ones are not in-game. These ones are in-game. That's why it goes down opacity. Helps you identify which ones are in a game. Okay, so that's the problem. We've got the owner, it says server, and I'm guessing that this owner is always here even if they're not in the room. So that must be it. So how does all that work? Sort of public rooms. Some kind of room container with a bunch of rooms. And how does that work? How does this work? Title host ID. So if it's a large screen, we showed that. So if it's a small screen, it's the game ID. Okay, that makes sense. So it's only the large screen that we care about. So it's this one, this host avatar. So the problem is, what do you do if the host is the server? That's a weird memo. So the room ID members and host ID and room members. Why is this like a bazillion million miles long for this line? Why did I write it this way? I could just simplify this code, be like, blank, blankety blank, that is functionally the same. Okay, now it's much shorter. But why do I even have this? Because there's no reason to memo this code at all. It's very cheap. We need to add some new stuff to the bad name detector. Like what, Wolf? Like bricked up? Rizaholic? The Rizzler? Check Discord. The Eiffel Tower? Nice. A nice username, Wolf. Very nice. But that's also an innocent username. It could be anything. There. Okay, now this is even simpler. So we grab the host name or default name, but the problem is you're keeping object though? Wait, did you just make the username? You just took it, didn't you? This is what I get for showing it on stream, being like, oh hey, look, nobody has the username object. Oh, well, now it's taken. Go figure. Okay, so it goes to the default name. Great. Maybe user ID, not room ID. Room member name, so there's no room member. So then goes to get default player name. So if user ID is equal to server, I bet you I'm gonna see this show up in the logs. How do you delete an account? That is for me to know and you to not know. I think you go to /delete, like this. Yeah. Your name is get auth delete user? Yeah, I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. Here you go, like this, Wolf. Here's how you delete your account. But you cannot replace your account. If you delete your account, it's gone. I will not help you. Just so you know, there's no do-overs. Let's see, get default player name. Now, I should have... Why would you do that, Wolf? Yeah, they would disappear. But why would you do this? Please don't do that. Okay, so yeah, this is coming in, this is saying server. Get default name. Guest names? What the hell is guest names? If true, guests have adjective noun. Oh. I feel like I almost want this to be later, right? If it's a bot, That should say that. This should be down here. Wait, what is this part? Suffix. User ID and bot users. You should make it so they have to type in their name to be able to confirm the delete. Probably should do that. Yeah, I should probably consider that at some point, Dark. Okay. So what is this exactly? God's names and sources if it is else. Default name. I feel like this should be the actually the opposite, right? Like, cause like by default we want to do this. So if not guest names, just return whatever. Yeah. And then I can just be like, oh, if user or is server, then return server. Is this not? Oh, heck and heck. Fine. If user ID is equal to server. Take care, beef. Can't wait to become a farmer now. Well, something at least. You heard more people are wanting to become farmers. They see GPT, they're just like, oh, yep, I'm done. Oh, look at that. We found a function that's not used. Primogen has a farm? I'm not surprised. Actually, I think I already knew that. He lives in the middle of nowhere? Yeah. He also has a home gym. Okay, so now it should at least say that it's the server. Cool. That's a start. But if it is the server, I feel like it should just do something, you know? It should be like the game ID or something. It's a start. It is a start. Why does it say server? Gosh heck and darn it, because it does, okay? I'm trying. I'm trying. Don't know what you're doing. Before it was saying like some random name. So on a large screen it always shows the host. And normally this is fine because normally the host is in the room. But for matchmaking games, the server is the host because the players, they're not supposed to have power over each other. So it breaks horribly in horrible ways. Don't migrate to Tailwind v4. I see no reason to, so I'm not gonna migrate for now. Why do you say that, Wolf? What did they change? What did they break? Like ever? Did they do stupid shit? They got rid of the config? No, they wouldn't do that. That would be really stupid. and turn it into a CSS file? Surely not. That would be too dumb. That would be stupid. Why they wouldn't do such a thing, surely, right? How would you do plugins if they do that? Okay. In the CSS file, you do the plug. This is a terrible idea. It's a. Why would you? Tailwind v4 made it so you have to use the latest browsers to use any components. I saw that, which is why I wasn't planning on updating to Tailwind v4 for at least 4 years, because they did really stupid stuff, and they added like, I forget what exact. Oh yeah, they made it so like all the colors and everything break. So that's fun. All of these, they're very pretty. And it's like, wow, they're very eye-catching, it's great. However, you'll see this okolicha thing. So this breaks everything. Because if you go here, and you type in okolicha, you'll notice it has very shit usage. Chrome 111. This came out a year and a half ago. Like, what? About Safari. It came out a little over 2 years ago. Firefox. When did this one come out? About a year and a half. Almost 2 years ago. This is terrible. Green screen? Oh, yeah. Wait, wait, what do you mean green screen? Oh, this? On the green screen? Wait, what, did you see the... Oh, you haven't been on the stream in a while. Yeah, yeah. Green screen now. What is it? CSS first configuration. This is shit. This is really shit. One of the biggest changes in Tailwind CSS v4 is the shift from configuring your project in reasonable JavaScript, where things can be easily configured, to configuring it in CSS, which makes no damn sense. Instead of a Tailwind config.js file, you configure all of your customizations directly in the CSS file, which is the stupidest thing in the world, giving you one more file to worry about in your project, because realistically, you will still have a JavaScript file to generate your CSS file. So this is an extra step here. This is not one less file, this is one more file. Now you have the CSS file, now you have your JavaScript file, and now you have a build step to run your JavaScript file to output your CSS file. This is awful. The new CSS first config lets you do just about everything you could do, except for the things you can't do, and for the things you can't do, for any project of any reasonable size, now you have an extra step and a hoop to jump through. That's really great. This is shit. This OKLCH is also shit. But I'm hoping that's easy to configure. Oh wait, they changed it to a CSS, of course, right. I do like their color palette. This looks very pretty, but it's not going to work for a few more years. So that's, I mean, some of the other things are cool. Do I like Svelte? Not really use it. Okay, time to actually fix this server stuff so that I can at least do something here. This is still weird though, because we still show the host, and the host when it's a server doesn't make sense. So I have a few options. I could grab like a room member. I don't know. It's almost like I just want to change the way that this works so that all of the people are the same size, and then this is just the game ID. So it's at least consistent, but it doesn't look as nice. Still, it's weird that one of these is the large one and then the rest are the small ones. Okay, let's just do this for now then. For host avatar, I need to come up with a weird solution here. Let me think. If is large screen, host avatar equals this, except now this is not quite right. Host name. Wait, how does that work? Ah, the host is a unique name. Okay, I can't just do that unless I modify the host ID up above. How does this host ID work? Grab it from here. Use remembers. So we have a list of remembers. I see. I have a plan. Okay, let's do this then. Let's see. I have host ID. And so now if host ID is server, it's now from the remembers. Or server, in case there are no remembers. Okay, great. Now that should work better. It's a little bit hacky, but it doesn't take much code. So now, when I refresh, it should still work. And like magic, it works. Cool. Problem solved. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna find someone to raid, and then I'm gonna try to get the Discord activity out. Maybe it'll happen in a day or two, we'll see. There might be a few more things I want to fix for that. I also want to get the YouTube video out really soon. And I'm a little bit hungry, so I'm gonna go eat my Chipotle. Alright. Let's see. Who do we want to raid here? Maybe we could do Adam again, or Simon is on too. How about Simon? He seems nice. Chipotle, what, you judging me, Wolf? You judging? Okay. Yes? Well, it tastes good, okay? Alright, take care, y'all.